Good day everyone. Just 13 more days for your mathematics board exam. So let me give a revision of all the important concepts and some MCQs based on them. I will give part by part so that it will be easy for you to follow. So today I have taken continuity, that is in chapter 5 I have just taken continuity. First, let me tell you the three important theorem on limits which you have studied in your 11th standard that form the basis of many sums, right? So now the first one is limit x tends to 0, sin x by x is equal to 1. So wherever you get any trigonometric function in your f of x, you have to make use of this. We can say this is also a bit corollary, like limit x tends to 0, tan x by x is equal to 1. You can take it straight away. Then the second one is limit x tends to 0 e power x minus 1 by x is equal to 1. This is the second theorem which is important. Third one, limit x tends to 0 log 1 plus x by x is equal to 1. So these are three very important theorems on limits which you have to use in continuity. Then when trigonometric function comes, this one formula in trigonometry, that is the half angle formula we call, right? That is 1 minus cos x is equal to 2 sin squared x by 2. Supposing here you have 2x, here you will get x like that. So this formula also we will be using in many sums. Now let me split it into some models so that you will remember them easily for your exam. So the first model what I am taking is finding the value of k. That is, they will give some f of x which is continuous at a particular point x is equal to a, and you will be asked to find the value of the constant k. It may be k or p or whatever constant. So that is the model we are going to take first. Okay. So let us, you copy all the formulae properly in your notebook. Then listen to the MCQs. Then it will be very clear for you and you can tackle any sum. Okay. The first sum in model 1. If f of x is continuous at x is equal to 2, you have to find the value of k. And f of x is given as 2 power x plus 2 minus 16 by 4 power x minus 16, x not equal to 2. It is equal to k when x is equal to 2 and 4 options are given. Now, when you look at the f of x, the LHL and RHL, that is the left side limit as well as for the right side limit, you have the same f of x. Okay. So now first let us write the f of x as 2 power x plus 2. I will write it as 2 power x into 2 power 2. A power m into a power n is equal to a power m plus n. This is like a power m plus n. So I am getting this. This 16 I will keep as it is by this 4 power x I can write as 2 power x the whole squared, because 4 power x is 2 squared power x, which you can write it as 2 power x the whole squared minus that 16 I am writing it as 4 squared. Then here I can take one 4 common from the numerator, right? So I will get here 2 power x minus 4 by the denominator is of the form a squared minus b squared. So you write it as a plus b into a minus b. Okay. So now we can cut this. So now our f of x becomes very simple, 4 by 2 power x plus 4. So now I can write my LHL as well as my RHL will be limit x tends to 2 f of x, that is equal to, in this I have to substitute x is equal to 2. So the numerator is 4, the denominator is 2 squared, that is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8. If I simplify, I will get 1 by 2, right? Now f of 2, it is given to be k. You know LHL is equal to RHL is equal to f of a. If f of x is continuous at x is equal to a, so now you get k is equal to 1 by 2, and that is your option C. So as far as possible, you have to simplify the given expression. Sometimes if you factorize, you will get some part cut and you will get a simple f of x and then you proceed. So this is the first sum we are dealing. Now let us move on to sum number 2. Now look at the second sum. F of x is equal to 1 minus cos 10x by x squared, x lesser than 0. A x is equal to 0. Root x by root of 625 plus root x minus 25, x greater than 0. F of x is continuous at x is equal to 0. You have to find the value of a and 4 options are given. See here, you have a LHL sum f of x. You have a different f of x for your RHL and your f of 0 that is equal to a here. If f of x is continuous, LHL is equal to RHL that is equal to f of a, and that is the main concept of continuity. Here one small hint I want to give you. Don't be unnecessarily doing both the LHL as well as the RHL. Definitely they will be same. Whichever is easy, you choose that. And from that you can find the value of a. No need of doing both the LHL and RHL. So like this you should know some tips which will save your time, because the time is very important. For each MCQ you have to spend only 2 minutes. Then only for 40 sums, you can finish in 80 minutes. The last 10 minutes for some revision or maybe 5 minutes here and there, that you can adjust. Okay. So now here I think this is easier for me to solve. So I am going to take the LHL now. So the LHL, I will write my f of x is equal to 1 minus cos 10x by x squared, which I want to simplify. I have already told you, wherever you get 1 minus cos x like that, use the formula 2 sine squared x by 2. So here I will be getting 2 sine squared 5x by x squared. Let me simplify it before taking limits. So I can write this as 2 into sine 5x into sine 5x. Okay, the sine squared 5x. 1x I write here and 1x I write below this. Now, since I have a 5x here, I know sine 5x by 5x, that will only give me 1 when the limit of x tends to 0. So what I do is, I multiply this by 5 to compensate. I put a 5 here. Similarly, here I put a 5 to compensate. I write a 5 there. Okay. Now, let me write limit x tends to 0. Naturally, 5x will tend to 0. F of x, that will be, I will write it like this is 2 into 5, there 1 5. So I get now 50 into sine 5x by 5x, limit x tending to 0. Then you have another sine 5x by 5x, x tending to 0. Okay, this is also 1 and that is also 1. So this is 50 here. So 50 into 1. So you will get 50 and that is your LHL. So I told you already, no need of doing this. So straight away, A is equal to 50 because your f of A, that is f of 0 is A. So option B is your correct answer. But let me just tell you one thing. Wherever you get like this some root thing, either in the numerator or in the denominator, normally it will be a minus. Immediately conjugate it. Whether it is numerator or denominator, conjugate it. Remember this concept. Anyway, let me do another sum. When it comes to that in that model, I will show you how to proceed. Okay. So is this sum clear to you? Let us now see the third sum. F of x is equal to root 1 plus px minus root 1 minus px by x minus 1 lesser than or equal to x less than 0. It is 2x plus 1 by x minus 2 for 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1. It is given f of x is continuous in the interval minus 1 comma 1. Find p. 4 options are given. See here, f of x is continuous. They have given some interval. That means it will be continuous at all points in that interval. But if you look at this, here the common point for these two is only the 0. So I have to only take the continuity at x is equal to 0. Because I should have an LHL, I should have an RHL, I should have an F of A. So now I can only check the continuity at x is equal to 0 and then I will find the value of P. Okay. So now when I think 0, this is LHL and this F of x is RHL as well as F of A. So now let us go for the LHL. There the F of x is given to be root 1 plus Px minus root 1 minus Px by x. Told you already, whenever you get a root like this, conjugate. Okay. So here I will multiply the numerator as well as the denominator by root 1 plus Px plus this minus will become plus and the rest will be as it is. So let me write it here also. So now the numerator is like a plus b into a minus b, which is a squared minus b squared. So the root will go, I will get 1 plus Px, okay, then minus 1 plus Px, because minus of 1 minus Px, that will become like this. The denominator, no change, it will be x into root 1 plus Px plus root 1 minus Px, okay. Now this one and this one will go, I will be getting 2Px by x into root 1 plus Px plus root 1 minus Px. Now this x and this x will get cut. So this is my f of x for the LHL. Now let us take limits, ma. So limits x tending to 0 f of x, that is equal to, right? So now the 2p will be as it is. Here this is 1, this will become 0, so root 1 is 1. Here also root 1 is 1. So I will get 1 plus 1, 2. So I get 2 and 2 will go. So I get P. Right? Now let us come to the RHL. RHL is very simple. So straight away you can substitute x is equal to 0. So what will you get? 2 into 0 is 0. 0 plus 1, so 1. Here 0 minus 2. So that is minus 1 by 2. This is RHL as well as f of 0. So straight away you get P is equal to minus half. So this subdivision A is your correct option. So actually the three sums we have done three different things. Hope you have followed all the three, right? Let us see the fourth one. F of x is equal to log 1 plus ax minus log 1 minus bx by x. X not equal to 0. K when x is equal to 0. F of x is continuous at x is equal to 0. Find k. They have given you four options. Now log, I told you one theorem, that is limit x tends to 0, log 1 plus x by x, that will be equal to 1, right? So now what we will do is, this is LHL as well as RHL. So let us write that f of x is log 1 plus ax by x. I am splitting the terms, right? Log 1 minus bx by x. Okay. Now you know log 1 plus x means down you should have an x. Here what do you have? Ax. So I should have an ax here. Here I have minus bx. So here I should have a minus bx. Then only I can use that formula or theorem. So now I will multiply this. To compensate, I will multiply the numerator. Here I will multiply it by minus b. To compensate, here I will write one minus b. Right? So now I will actually get a into log 1 plus ax by ax. Then this minus and that minus will make it plus, plus b into log 1 minus bx by minus bx. This is my f of x. Now I am going to take limit x tends to 0. So limit x tends to 0 f of x. This is going to be both my LHL as well as the RHL. Whenever they give you x not equal to 0, you should understand that is the LHL as well as RHL. So here, you know this part will become 1 when we take limit, because when x tends to 0, ax will tend to 0. Similarly, minus bx will tend to 0. So I will get a into 1 plus B into 1. So A plus B will be my LHL as well as my RHL. What is my f of 0? That is K. So I get K is equal to A plus B. So the option B is the correct one here. So now I think you have understood how to do a sum. If it comes as a logarithmic function, use that theorem. Log 1 plus x by x, limit x tends to 0 is equal to 1. Okay. Fifth sum. F of x is equal to k cos x by pi minus 2x, x not equal to pi by 2. It is equal to 3 when x is equal to pi by 2. F of x is continuous at x is equal to pi by 2. Find the value of k, right? Now, here it is not like 0 and it is pi by 2. So, I am going to do some steps for the first f of x. That is, I will write my f of x is equal to k cos x by pi minus 2x. You know, whenever any trigonometric function comes, it is that sin x by x, x tending to 0 is 1. I told you already. So, now this cos x I can write as sin pi by 2 minus x, right? Because sin 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. Then in the denominator, I am going to take one 2 out. So, I will get this also pi by 2 minus x. You know, when your x tends to pi by 2, right? Pi by 2 minus x will tend to 0, correct? Because bring the x here, pi by 2 minus x will tend to 0. So, now I am going to take limit pi by 2 minus x tends to 0, because that x is tending to pi by 2. My pi by 2 minus x is tending to 0. I have here k into k by 2. I will put a bracket sin pi by 2 minus x by pi by 2 minus x. You know, this will become 1 because pi by 2 minus x tends to 0. So, I get k by 2 into 1. So, that is equal to k by 2. That is my LHL as well as the RHL. Now, coming to the f of pi by 2, they have given that is equal to 3. That means k by 2 is equal to 3. So, k is equal to 6. So, the option B is the correct option. Okay. So, now, hope you have understood the concepts and the theorems I told you and the 5 MCQs in which we use those theorems and then we find the value of k. So, this I will call as first model. Let me continue in the next video some other models. Okay. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe so that you will get notification of further videos. Definitely, all the things if you properly follow, you will know all the concepts and all the important MCQs so that you can score well in your board exam. Thanks for watching.